We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, breaking out to new resistance levels and trying to hold support here. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 7:15 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 130% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing a fight to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our QQQ bot. Our QQQ bot at 7:15 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition on 42 vision from white with red borders to bright green bars from Friday to today. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, back under a bull indicator here in today's pre-market at the 469.98 level. I would just round that up to 470. That was a crucial area that needed to be used as support, and it broke through it. Then came the 472 level to 473, and you could see that's where things slowed down today in that tight range, and it's broken through into the after hours. Now, a staircase effect has formed here, and the bull indicator on the 30-minute is currently dominating, and it's going to be crucial and critical for this to continue to hold going into tomorrow. A full transition has happened from the dip area to the rip area so far on 42 vision, and the bear indicator from up here at the 472 level has been canceled. But here it is fighting in the after hours to get back above that level. And right now it's currently at 471.78. Definitely something I would not overlook. And I'm going to be watching this very closely going into tomorrow. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see here in the bigger picture that a bull indicator has popped up and canceled out the bear indicator that popped up on Friday at the 470 area. And it was the first bear indicator that popped up since the bull indicator from December 7th, way down here at the 456 level. So now it's been canceled and a bull indicator is dominating again. And it's going to be crucial and critical for this to not get canceled to justify any further move to the upside and retest of key resistance levels. Now, we are seeing a huge amount of resistance up here near the 473, 474 area. Back here on Thursday last week, it rejected, came back up to it, and right now it is slowing down in the after hours, and this is something to not overlook in the bigger picture. And even when we zoom in to the volatility of the 15-minute, right? We could see here on the 15-minute, a bear indicator has popped up in the after hours at the 472.40 area. First bear indicator that pops up since the bull indicator from the pre-market at the 470 level. Used it as support. It started pushing itself up, but here it is with a bear indicator now dominating over the chart. And if the outflows follow, it will be something to definitely not ignore, which we're going to pull up the inflow versus outflow and break down what key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP500 index, with inflows dominating in the first half of the day. You could see it pulling upwards here away from the midpoint and reflecting that strength into today's charts, and volatility from 470 up near the 473 area. But outflows have began here in the second half, and there's been a sharp drop. And if this crosses the midpoint, it could continue to reflect that weakness into these charts and possibly even be followed by a possible bear indicator. Definitely something I would not ignore here on the 30-minute chart. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the bigger picture on the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here as well how the inflow versus outflows continue to fight to push up higher since they crossed on Friday. That staircase effect here so far, and it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to stay green and continue pushing up higher. Based off the history of the chart, there is room to go higher, and currently it's sitting sideways at the inflows while green above the midpoint at 2.93. So I will be watching this very closely going into tomorrow if it continues green, or will it head towards the midpoint and switch from green to red on the bigger picture. Now, when we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see here outflows began in the middle of the day, tight consolidation here, but things slowed down as outflows began. But when it started to reflect sharply is once those outflows crossed over, and they're currently sitting at negative 0.46. If these outflows continue to push down further down away from the midpoint, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts and possibly roll it over into the 30-minute as we see it. It's sharply dropping, and this is something to not ignore in the rest of today's after hours going into tomorrow's volatility and pre-market. I'm going to be watching that very closely. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys. And if these outflows continue to pull away from the midpoint, the first support level is the 471 area. Then below that is 470.50. In that tight range, it was used as support in today's volatility. And if both of those get broken through and that weakness rolls over of outflows crossing also on the 30-minute, crossing to the downside and reflecting further weakness, the next support is the 469 area, and then I'll be watching 467. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to level off, switch from red to green, pull away from the midpoint to the upside, cross back over on the 15-minute back above the midpoint, start to reflect that strength into these charts, and the first resistance is 473. Then above that, I'll be watching 475, and then comes the 477 level. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're right there near the midpoint on the 30-minute, and red, if it crosses down, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness. But if it could hold itself up and switch from red to green, I'll be watching that. And if they can cross back over here in the volatility of the 15-minute. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.